Today I'm going to give the instructions for the segregation in cities lesson. And so in this assignment folder, you'll find 3 activities. You'll find the Pear Deck activity. You'll find the GI Bill and African Americans article. And then you'll find the Jim Crow of the North video guide. And so this will, like I said, take, there's 3 kind of distinct activities. This would take you probably about 3 days in like our regular class. And so this is a good chunk of what you have this week. So it should take you, about a day and a half, I would say, of your week to complete this. So with that, the first thing that you're going to be doing is you're going to be completing the Pear Deck. When you open up the Pear Deck, it will open up these slides. And so I'm going to just kind of go through some of the key things on these slides, but just know that you're going to be doing this at the Pear Deck. So there are 3 distinct questions that you're going to need to answer. So our topic is segregation in cities. When you go through these slides, you're going to answer the 3 questions after looking at the websites and viewing the videos. So there's a couple of key terms. The first one that we're going to be learning about is systemic racism. And so those are laws, customs, and practices built into society over time that have disadvantaged people of color. It's also sometimes called institutional racism. So particularly today, we're going to be, this lesson will focus on systemic racism in housing and how historically African Americans and people of color have been kept out of the housing market, which has led to enormous gaps in wealth between whites and people of color in this country. And that was not by accident. That was really distinct laws. That was really intentional laws, government laws that disadvantaged people of color. And then we're also going to be using the term segregation, which is the separation of groups of people based on race. And many of you have learned about segregation, and we think about Jim Crow South, and we think about the Southern segregation in which, bathrooms were segregated or schools were segregated. But in this case, it's going to be less. It's going to be about how laws, like housing laws, and different types of systems that have been put into place, kept people of color and whites separated from each other, particularly in northern cities. So when the first question that you're going to be asked, you'll see this is the Pear Deck question. You're going to be asked to take a look at 2 different maps. The maps are in blue. You're going to view the 2 websites and answer the question. The first one is, you're going to open this up and you're going to read through it. And it's going to, if it asks you to pay, oh shoot, I didn't know if this is going to ask you to pay. You can see if you can just click continue. All right, so it's not, I thought this worked. No, now it's going to ask me to pay. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this this to you without having to log in. I don't know if it's because I've clicked on too many articles or not, but I'll try to find at least an alternate article that you're going to be able to use. And then the second one is homeownership by race. And what you're going to do with this map is you're going to make sure that you can zoom in. And so you're going to want to zoom in to a large city. So you can zoom into Minneapolis or you can zoom into Chicago. But when you click on it, different counties, it's going to get more detailed. You're going to look at home ownership by race, but look at the bar graphs. So the first one is going to show the home ownership overall, and then it's going to show you of different racial groups. And your patterns you're going to see is oftentimes white home ownership is much greater than other groups of people. And those are people who actually own their homes. So then you're going to look at these maps. You can say, what patterns do you see in these maps and what do you notice? Then we're going to talk specifically about redlining, racial covenants, and highways, and how we got to the segregation that we saw on those maps. There's going to be definitions. You're going to read through these definitions. There's going to be some links. You're going to read through those, and you're going to click on the links. And then there's going to be a video here in which you are going to answer this question on the Pear Deck after you watch the video. Then you're going to go to the next one. So you're going to read about this. There's a definition. It's going to show you an example. And then you're going to get to the highway one. You're going to click on the video. You're going to answer the question after you watch the video.
It's hard to picture American cities without the highways running through their core. But highway removal projects like this one in Boston can give us a sense of how disruptive it was when the US built huge highways through the cities after World War II.
Pause that. And I'm going to try to go to the next slide. I don't know why it's not letting me go to the next slide. Okay, so it's possible that's the last slide. So you're going to do that, do the Pear Deck. Then you're going to come back to the folder. You're going to read an article. So this is a News LA article. You're going to read about how the GI Bill was affected African Americans. And just a quick instruction here, you need to make sure that you do all of the marking of the text. It's in Cami, so you should be able to do all the marking of the text, as well as the 3, 2, 1 at the end of the article. So you're going to mark the text, and then you're going to do the 3, 2, 1 at the end of the article. And lastly, you're going to watch a video. The video is called Jim Crow of the North. It's about an hour long, and it's specific to racial covenants in Minnesota. There's a video guide that goes along with it. The video can be found here. Otherwise, it's also linked in the video, which will bring you directly to the website. All right, so that is the assignment, or that's our lesson for that. And then head to the next lesson for the Building a City final assignment for urban geography. All right, have a great day.